Once again, it's me, the KNG. Let's talk about it. Bad bitch. Eh. Talking about you don't bring my son siblings nothing to eat. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Them kids ain't mine. But they're your son's siblings though. That's your kids' brothers and sisters. I don't know why you don't see that. Why you can't get them nothing to eat when you bring yours something. Damn. Now, David's side of the story, there is two, maybe three sides to it. Yours, mine, and the truth. But also, there is how things are, how things were, and how things ought to be. Now, yes, the man was trying to provide victuals for his young one, his young son, right? Get you something. I got some McDonald's. I mean, hell, it's McDonald's. That's what you like. Brainwashing into thinking McDonald's is good food. You should feed it to your kids. That's another story. But go ahead and get Frankenstein food, right? Go ahead and get McFranks and feed it to your young one. So he over there. I know the high C when I see it. You feel me? I know the high C when I see it. This motherfucker had on a high C, the big one, the large size. I know he had a large fry too. Now, what I don't know is what them chicken nuggets. Was them chicken nuggets, nigga? Was them motherfucking chicken nuggets, nigga? So, I forgot to look intensely when I seen that bag get thrown. I said, God damn, that bitch just threw the bag. Which he did. I'm trying to decide, am I more mad at the bag being thrown, as food going to waste, or the fact that she didn't just take the food and then distribute it out as she deemed fit? You know what I'm saying? Especially if it was chicken nuggets. All right, you get a boot, you get Florida, you get, I don't know if all the chicken nuggets that McDonald's has, but you get my drift. So, having uh, a chicken nuggets, you can go, okay, you get two here, you get two here, you get two here. I'm gonna throw some fries, throw some fries, throw some fries. You got 4 kids, and I gotta take all they badass to showbiz. Okay, then you got your kids, but then they got their friends. So that's a Kanye West bar from I Ain't Looking for No Gold Digger. Uh, but she ain't looking for no broke nigga. So the what's going on in this video is that the man brings over some food for his one kid, his son, and the woman says, I'm about to expose your ass. I'm about to expose your ass, nigga. You are not getting away with this shit no more. You're bringing over one motherfucking meal for 4 kids. And niggas saying all these kids ain't mine, but they all related. You know I had kids when you slept with me, so you gonna have to take care of these niggas too. At one point in your mind, you thought, hey, I'm gonna be with you, I'm gonna be with your kids. Then we didn't work out. We had a kid together, and you better keep that same energy. You know my food stamps don't come until the 11th. So her last name must start with like a D or an F or something like that. I don't know. Maybe early in the alphabet though. 11's kind of early. So I say all that to get to my motherfucking point. yes, he is a good father to try to provide sustenance for his child and see him weekly and regularly. He said, I come every other day with some food, trying to break bread with his seed. Yes, he can see him, have a bond, build a relationship, know that his dad is there for him. That's a beautiful thing, right? Now, let me tell you about my life. I was a child of a divorced parents. Mom got remarried, had a stepdad. Dad still came and saw me regularly. Now, I had also had a stepbrother. When I would go get some vittles with my dad, he would say, "Hey, your stepbrother's there?" I go, "Yeah." He'd say, "All right, well, let's get something for him too." Now, we not even related. Me and my stepbrother, we related by marriage, right? Not even blood. We don't got the same mama, same daddy, no nothing. But my dad said, "Well, shit, he's there. I just got this for y'all. I got to get something for him too, just so he knows." Now, mind you, growing up, my dad did this, and my stepbrother said, "Man, I like your dad. He cool people." I damn near wish he was my dad, right? So it made a lane for a relationship, uh, for mentorship or some kind of conversation, what have you, for my dad and my stepbrother. And that's what I'm simply saying here. So the man in the video brought a combo, right? Now, if you had the nuggies, had the fries, had the large ass high C, that's about what, $10? Shit is just going up outrageous, right? So that's $10. If we were to say switch this over and get a 20-piece nug nug, now if we just had a 20-piece nug nug, then we can divide these uh, 5 nuggets per kid. Every kid ate. You still paying the same amount. Now everybody eating. Now your son is not being targeted by his siblings, because what happens is, in any environment, the person that is seem to have the advantage is always the target, right? The fine ass light skinned girl in the ghetto, fuck that bitch, right? The wealthy young man riding them dubs in the ghetto, fuck that nigga. Everybody who is seeming to have an advantage is going to have haters. That's not only outside of the household, but also inside of the household. So if you make it seem like your child is at an advantage because you're his father, then the other siblings are now going to treat him as an outsider, and they're going to consolidate or bond over pushing him away. So he's not going to have the same close knit relationship as the other children, because they see him as something to galvanize them. Oh yeah, blah blah blah. He's not with us. You know, you just go with your daddy. Blah blah blah. We gonna do our thing over here. And in that essence, they're going to more so resemble siblings as far as a community, a bond, all of this and that. And he might have trauma based on what you're doing for him, basically isolating him from his siblings, right? Just because you wanted to do something that's good for him. Now you're taking the food to him so his mom can take it to the baby, and she's saying, "Hey, I'm not just gonna give this one child in front of his siblings a meal and say, "You the one, boy. You the one. All these other deadbeat daddies I slept with can't live up to yours. Your daddy is the one." Because it creates that isolation and that stigma. So she knows this because women have a keen sense of uh, nonverbal communication, and they can see in their children's eyes what they are needing or longing for as a baby. So obviously they're going to know, why can't I get any food? Why there's nothing for me when you go and hand the food over to the one child? Now, if there was nuggets, you could have did so XYZ like I was saying before, but let's make it there was a Big Mac, a Big Mac. Oh, you like a Big Mac and the fries? Yeah, I got that whole boy. I got that super size for my little nigga. Here you go, boy. Get that to your mama and go break you off, and then I got to bounce up out of here. Now, what he should have did was say, get the boy in the car. Hey, I'm here. Go ahead and tell my son to come out. We're gonna bend the corner real quick, and we'll be back. And every time he come back, stomach on swole. You know what I'm saying? Full. All of these things, right? But the point I wanted to make here is that our community has fallen, right? Since the 60s, our community has fallen into shambles, right? So we don't necessarily just need good fathers. We don't just necessarily need good men. We need pillars of the community. Now, what I mean by a pillar of the community, this good dad has an opportunity to reach his son and his son's siblings. That means 5 kids are now at your tutelage, right? You can bestow your wisdom to all of them, right? Whether good, bad, or indifferent. You have the ability now, by getting them the 20-piece nug nug, you can go ahead and now get their ear, right? Oh, you got a good daddy. Yeah, I like your daddy. He come over and he give us food, all of that. Yeah. So they see him as a provider, you know what I'm saying? See him as a good person, and will listen and take advice from him, right? So becoming a pillar means that you're lifting up the community, right? And that's what we need. We need more people that are not going to just think about self, even if it's the representation or cloning or, you know, self-reincarnated. We need to think about the whole community, because what happens is oftentimes people want to leave the community that they came from thinking that they're better than the community, wind up 3 generations looking white, right? Because that's ultimately what they wanted to do. They wanted skin cancer. So I digress. They wanted skin cancer? Damn, that just came out of nowhere, my nigga. Okay, let me stroke this SP 5000. Anyway, as you become a pillar of your community, you lift up the community. You have 5 or 4 impressionable children that you can start influencing. All of these children can come together and do something greater. They can now be echoes of your voice to their friends and to their friends. Now these children are an epicenter to a change in the community, because how do you change the world? And the wise man said, 1 generation at a time. I was a wise man. That's my quote. You can quote me on that. Anyhow, there is a lack of male role models. There is a lack of male mentorship. And this could be for a lot of reasons. Um, you know, incarceration, um, pushed away by the baby mother to get Uncle Sam's hand instead of the baby daddy's hand, right? So all of these things conflate and conflict, and we're left with destruction and devastation. So let me try to hit this light bit. So if you are a good man, if you are a great man, then you have to be a pillar. You have to find a way to influence the largest and make the biggest impact, because your legacy is all you have. Now, your legacy could be your one son. True enough, a lot of people do it, but they're not in the condition of the black community, right? Because they haven't been 13% of the population for 400 years. We'll let that sink in. And we're not even going to ask the why. We're just going to tell you that the numbers don't lie, right? And the numbers might lie, you know. Ooh, we're dealing with a demon. But anywho, when you have have-nots and you want to create a community in which is self-sufficient, self-sustaining, and that is positive, you're going to need more than one person, more than one man. So if you have the ability to impact more, then you have to take that opportunity. It's almost an obligation to do as much as you can to as many as you can in a positive way. In this right here, the door's already swung the hell open, saying, hey, these fathers are not doing what you are doing, because this mother is only targeting you out because you are doing what you're doing. And she is saying that you are, in essence, having a negative effect on the structure and environment by the benefits that you give to your son over his other siblings. Okay, right on, right on. So that door's open. Ain't nobody else doing this but you. Boom. Well, let me be a mentor. I don't have to be a daddy to all your kids, but I can be a face. I can be a voice, right? And I could help maneuver them through life's pitfalls that will come their way, right? And get this. This is a crucial point I just thought about. If you instill something into those siblings could set an example for your son. And then your son will naturally follow his siblings into the positive change and environment that they have become accustomed through your leadership and tutelage. And now your son is following suit because he sees his brothers and sisters on the honor roll, or in STEM, or looking to create inventions and love science or what have you. So the spark in him might be one that is carried from his siblings to him like an Olympic torch. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Just wanted to put these on the table, put these thoughts and ideas on. Yes, that crazy bitch was crazy. You done threw out that food. That nigga paid for that. That's a whole big ass high C, bitch. I seen that. Full to the brim. I ain't seen no icing. But you can't ostracize one child by giving them abundance and everybody else is living in scarcity. Because what's going to happen is they're going to see and hate that he's been given favor in his life where they've been given poverty and uh, just the wrong side of the tracks. So you have the opportunity to do more, be a pillar, and you don't have to support nobody. You can get food one day, the other day just come over and talk, read a book, show some information that isn't given in these school systems. Like about black people. So you have the ability to talk about Crispus Attucks or um, anybody else in history, in American history, that was black, that created something like the light bulb or the filament or the traffic light. There are so many different things that can be done besides monetary or um, gifts and things of that nature that could enrich not only your son but also his siblings. So I'm saying deuces. We out.